Okay guys, get ready because we're about to dive headfirst into the ultimate Athens adventure. I'm talking ancient ruins, stunning views, delicious food, the works. This isn't just another travel guide though. We're going deep, uncovering the hidden gems and iconic spots that make Athens so special. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for a killer Instagram backdrop, this video has got you covered. We're talking top 10 must-visit places that'll have you booking a flight faster than you can say feta. So, buckle up, grab your travel journal, and get ready for some serious wanderlust. Let's go! First up, we're hitting up the Acropolis, which is basically like the Beyoncé of ancient ruins. It's got that undeniable star quality that just draws you in. I'm talking major star power. This place is a headliner, a showstopper, the main event. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is perched high above the city, and let me tell you, the views are next level insane. You get this incredible panoramic view that stretches as far as the eye can see. Seriously, you can see all of Athens sprawling out beneath you, and it's just breathtaking. The city looks like a living, breathing tapestry from up here. But it's not just about the views, okay? There's so much more to this place than just a pretty backdrop. The Acropolis is absolutely dripping in history. Every stone, every column, every pathway has a story to tell. I mean, we're talking ancient Greece here, people. This is where democracy was born, where philosophers like Socrates and Plato once walked. This was like their political and religious hub, and you can totally feel that energy when you're walking through those ancient gates. It's like stepping back in time. Make sure you check out the Parthenon, the Erechtheion, and the Temple of Athena Nike. They're like the VIPs of ancient architecture. Each one is a masterpiece in its own right. Pro tip: go early in the morning or later in the afternoon to avoid the crowds in the midday heat. The light is also perfect for photos during these times. Trust me, you'll thank me later. The experience is so much more enjoyable when you can take it all in without the hustle and bustle. Okay, let's be real, the Parthenon is basically the poster child for ancient Greece. It's the iconic symbol that immediately comes to mind when you think of ancient civilizations and their architectural prowess. But trust me, seeing it in person is a whole other level of wow. The sheer scale and grandeur of the structure are something that photos just can't capture. This temple, dedicated to the goddess Athena, is seriously impressive. It's not just a building, it's a testament to the ingenuity and devotion of the ancient Greeks. The Parthenon is a must-visit for any traveler in Athens. Guided tours are available, and trust me, you'll want to hear all the fascinating stories and facts. The architecture is mind-blowing with those iconic columns and intricate sculptures. Each detail tells a story, each carving a piece of history. It's no wonder they call it a masterpiece of Doric architecture. The precision and symmetry are unparalleled, making it a marvel of engineering even by today's standards. And don't even get me started on the history. This place is a living timeline, a monument that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. This place has seen it all, from wars and empires to earthquakes and restorations. It's been through so much, yet it still stands as a beacon of resilience and cultural heritage. It's like a walking, talking, well, not literally talking, history book. Every stone, every column has a story to tell, a piece of the past to share. As you're wandering around, just imagine all the philosophers and politicians who walked these same steps thousands of years ago. It's kind of trippy, right? The thought that you're standing where some of the greatest minds in history once stood is truly humbling and awe-inspiring. All right, let's take a break from the ancient world for a sec and dive into the heart of modern Athens, the Plaka neighborhood. This place is seriously cute. Think cobblestone streets, colorful buildings draped in bougainvillea, and charming little shops selling everything from souvenirs to handmade jewelry. It's like stepping into a postcard, and I am here for it. Spend an afternoon getting lost in the labyrinthine alleys, stopping for coffee at a sidewalk cafe, and maybe even picking up a few souvenirs. Don't forget to haggle with the shopkeepers. It's all part of the fun. And if you're feeling hungry, Plaka has got you covered. There are tons of restaurants serving up traditional Greek dishes like moussaka, souvlaki, and fresh seafood. Just be prepared for a serious food coma afterward. Chapter 4. National Archaeological Museum. History nerds, this one's for you. Calling all history buffs. The National Archaeological Museum is a must-see if you're even remotely interested in ancient Greece. Seriously, this place is like the holy grail of Greek artifacts. We're talking an insane collection of pottery, sculptures, jewelry, and even mummies. Yeah, you heard that right, mummies. You could easily spend an entire day here and still not see everything. Make sure you check out the Antikythera mechanism, which is basically like an ancient Greek computer. I'm not even kidding. It's mind-blowing how advanced their technology was. Oh, and don't miss the gold funerary mask known as the Mask of Agamemnon. It's seriously impressive and will definitely give you chills. Chapter 5. Temple of Olympian Zeus. Size does matter. Get ready to be wowed by the Temple of Olympian Zeus. This place is massive. It's not just big, it's colossal. A true marvel of ancient engineering. I'm talking seriously huge columns that'll make you feel like an ant. These columns are so tall and thick, you can't help but feel dwarfed by their sheer size. It was once the largest temple in Greece, dedicated to, you guessed it, Zeus, the king of the gods. Imagine the awe and reverence people must have felt when they first laid eyes on it. Sadly, only a few of those giant columns are still standing, but trust me, it's still an impressive sight. Even in ruins, the temple commands respect and admiration. Just imagine what it must have looked like in its prime. A sprawling complex of towering columns and grand statues, a true testament to human ambition and devotion. The temple took over 700 years to build and was finally completed during the reign of the Roman Emperor Hadrian. That's right, 7 centuries of construction. Talk about a long-term project. Imagine the generations of architects, builders, and laborers who worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life. As you're walking around, take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of it all and imagine the power and grandeur that this temple once represented. It's a humbling experience, a reminder of the incredible feats humans can achieve. Chapter 6. Syntagma Square, where modern meets ancient. Next up, we're heading to Syntagma Square, the beating heart of modern Athens. This bustling square is where you'll find everything from parliament to high-end shops and trendy cafes. But the real highlight here is the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. You can't miss it. It's guarded 24/7 by the Evzones, those super serious and super stylish Greek soldiers in their traditional kilts. Make sure to catch the changing of the guard ceremony. It's pretty epic. Syntagma Square is also a great place to people watch, grab a coffee, and just soak up the energy of the city. It's a great starting point for exploring the rest of Athens. Okay guys, get ready for some epic views because we're heading up Mount Lycabettus, the highest point in Athens. Trust me, the panoramic views from up here are worth the trek. You can choose to hike up, which is a bit of a workout, but totally doable. Or you can take the easy way out and hop on the funicular railway. No judgment here. Once you're at the top, get ready to be blown away. You can see literally the entire city, all the way to the Aegean Sea on a clear day. It's seriously breathtaking. There's also a cute little chapel up there, Agios Georgios, and a cafe where you can grab a drink and just soak up the scenery. Pro tip, try to time your visit for sunset. It's magical. Chapter 8, Ancient Agora, where Socrates schooled everyone. Let's travel back in time to the ancient Agora, which was basically like the town square of ancient Athens. This was where it all went down. Political debates, philosophical discussions, you name it. Imagine Socrates strolling through these streets, debating philosophy with his students. It's kind of mind-blowing, right? Today, you can wander through the ruins of the Agora, checking out the Temple of Hephaestus, the Stoa of Attalos, and the remains of the Bouleuterion, which was like their version of Parliament. It's a fascinating glimpse into the daily life of ancient Athenians and a reminder of how important this place was in shaping Western civilization. Chapter 9. Baki Museum, Art, History, and maybe a little bit of drama, calling all art and history lovers. The Baki Museum is a must-visit for a dose of Greek culture spanning from ancient times to the present day. This museum is housed in a beautiful neoclassical mansion, and it's home to an eclectic collection of art, furniture, clothing, and artifacts that tell the story of Greece through the ages. You'll find everything from Byzantine icons to traditional Greek costumes, and even some modern art thrown in for good measure. It's a fascinating journey through Greek history and aesthetics. Chapter 10. Panathenaic Stadium. Feel the Olympic spirit. Last but not least, we're ending our Athens adventure at the Panathenaic Stadium, also known as the Kalli Marmaro, which literally translates to beautiful marble. And trust me, it lives up to its name. This stadium is steeped in history. It's the only stadium in the world built entirely of marble, and it hosted the first modern Olympic Games back in 1896. How cool is that? Even if you're not a sports fanatic, you have to admit, there's something pretty special about standing in the same spot where history was made. You can practically feel the energy of those athletes. Outro Athens, you've officially stolen our hearts. And there you have it, guys. Our whirlwind tour of the top 10 must-visit places in Athens. From ancient ruins to charming neighborhoods and everything in between, Athens has something for everyone. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, an art enthusiast, or just looking for an unforgettable travel experience, Athens will not disappoint. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your Athenian adventure today.